IamChellsX.com. Classes are underway. Go to IamChellsX.com/courses and register for the Deep Connection Bundle today. We got the deeper listening, the effective communication, as well as the emotions allowed. Also on the website, you can register for a one-on-one session with me. One-on-one life coaching session. Also, you can join the Take Your Power Back community by registering for a Take Your Power Back membership. So go to IamChellsX.com today and become a part of the Take Your Power Back community. Today's topic, manifestation. What are you attracting? Let's go. Julie Bean.
Hi.
Feels kind of weird talking to you this time of day.
Yeah, it does.
How you feeling?
I'm okay today.
You got a 5?
Yes.
Okay. So are you working right now too?
I am.
I see your computer. I see your trash can, your recycling bin, and stuff. All that stuff. I'm glad you recycled, Julie Bean. That's a good thing, I guess. So we're friends. I'm your life coach. You give me advice. I give you advice. And one of the things that I know that you manifested was a job that allowed you to work from home.
Yep.
So tell me what that process was like, and then we can delve into something else that you may be desiring to manifest in the future.
I think for this, I just stop making excuses for why I can't get the job or why I shouldn't apply, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was more fear-based because it was something unknown. So I used to work for the government, which is very, very secure, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then transitioning over to the private sector during COVID, it could be a little scary because anything goes wrong and that company goes out of business. The government doesn't go out of business.
Well, the government prints its own money, so it could just we messed up over here. We'll just print a little more.
Right.
Okay.
So that's something that I realized. A lot of people that I used to work with never moved on because of the fear that they had that they would go somewhere that didn't offer them job security. But I think that your talent is what gives you job security.
The question I was wondering, do we ever really have jobs? Is job security a real thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Because, for example, as long as there's crime,
well, yeah. Touche, because I've said that before. I'd be like, hey, we don't have to. But here's the thing, though, right? So I've said that before, we got job security because these people are going to keep committing crime, right? However, I tell you something that's happening at my job. So we're short-staffed for different reasons. And what they're starting to do is hire contracted security guards to cover down. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, I'm sure that they're paying these contracted security guards half of what they're paying us. So right. I'm pretty sure the budget guy's looking at it and wondering, why are we paying these dudes double when we could pay these dudes, half?
Because, right, and being short-staffed is strategic. So they can't eliminate all of you.
Right.
They can keep it short-staffed and then hire out contractors.
So, okay, so to just give you some insight, so we used to be able to put through 4 recruit classes a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we are certified in 3 different jurisdictions, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Mm-hmm. So the way it used to work was Virginia is the main academy. You go there for 6 months. But the DC and Maryland is like an in-house thing. It's a compliance thing. I'm already an officer. I can go to another place and they'll just show me their paperwork 2-3 weeks and we good. Well, I don't know what happened, but basically they're saying you have to go to Virginia first now. So let's say the academy starts in January, right? But you get hired in February.
Right.
Well, now you have to wait until June or July to actually start training. Whereas if before, between February and June or July, we would give you your Maryland and DC certification, right? So it's taking a longer time to get classes through. There's that, and then people just like, who the hell wants to be a police officer at this point, right?
I think a lot of that has to do with funding, because when I worked here for the city, there was specific funding for police, the police academy, and like, for example, if they hired 10 officers, those 10 were, their salaries were covered by a specific grant for a specific amount of time.
Oh, okay.
So that could be something that has to do with that, is maybe they get funding at a certain time of the year and they don't want to pull funding from another bucket.
Right.
They'd rather keep people waiting. And remember, the more you hire, it's not just the salaries, it's the entire, it's preparing the pension, all those things go into account. And yeah, that's probably why they're doing that.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I know it's an ecosystem, so it is what it is. But you talked about fear. You said something about fear. Did you have what was the fear? What was the fear thing you were talking about?
What I'm saying is that I realized.
Julie Bean has a phone call.
Sorry, I realized that fear is one of the main reasons why whatever people manifest isn't happening. Because like when I worked in the government, I asked them, like, you've been here for how long, and you got $1 raise? Like, why are you still here? And it always went back to, they're not sure of what's on the other side of what they don't know.
Fear the unknown.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what made you willing to leave a secure place, go into somewhere that was more of the unknown, from the government to just the private sector? What made you do that?
Because I knew I was being underpaid.
Okay, so the money played a role.
Yeah, and also like, so in government, they're always short-staffed, right? Mm-hmm. So you pay me by the penny and you give me more work to do, and there's never enough money for more staff. It's just like a big cycle.
You're talking about within the government?
Within the government. But because people are so afraid to leave, they don't do anything. They just sit on their hands because they know people are going to come to work the next. Like if these people would have just said, I'm out, and they would have had to do something to replace them, but they don't.
Yeah, I think we choose. And I think we'll always be this way in a lot of aspects of our lives. We'll always choose comfort and stability over the unknown, even though the unknown may bring more comfort, right? Like an excessive, like abundantly comfortable, right? Like I got Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and 30 bathrooms in here. It's like, no, but what if I don't, right? We look at the extremes. Like we look at the extremes as if to say, if I pursue this, the ultimate goal, right? Then if I fail at it, I'm going to be completely homeless. When in reality, even if you never reach the top goal, to even get closer to it is probably to be above wherever your comfort zone has you, right? And it's like they pay you enough to stop you. I've seen this somewhere, like they pay you enough to stop you from chasing your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the other thing too. Like I worked part of my time in the government in payroll, and it made me sick to see how much like commissioners would get paid, like how much the people at the top would get paid. Mm-hmm. And everyone else is doing all the work. Like, I was like, this is some BS. So every day I would come to work and I would see those numbers, and it would just make me mad.
And you're like, hell no, I'm getting out of here. And I'm about to work from home.
Yeah.
So you can live anywhere you want to.
Yep.
Okay. So so one other thing I wanted to ask you before I ask you what you manifested now, because I know you always talk about how you ran your parents' business. Mm-hmm. And that would make me think that you would be more interested in running. Well, I guess you do run your own business, but what made you not want to run the business anymore and actually go work for somebody? Because most people are going to look at that and be like, why would you run your own business?
Yeah. Most people say that to me, but I think in my experience, it was extreme. Like, running your business is one thing, but running a 24-hour business is something completely different. And unfortunately, my parents didn't move with the times. Mm-hmm. They wanted me to be the one to carry the business on my back because I can move with the times.
Right.
They didn't. And it was just too much pressure for me because it was a 24-hour, we never closed our doors, not even during emergencies, hurricane. Like during hurricanes, the police department partnered with us to provide support to the community. So when everybody was on lockdown and on curfew, our business was the only one that you would see in the streets.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the 24-hour thing. I'm a new business owner. I saw this reel the other day. And the guy, I guess he's pretty known. He's a dark-skinned dude with a bald head, and he talks about business a lot. And what he said, it didn't trigger me, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it triggered me, but I thought it was enlightening what he said. He said, if you can't leave your business for 3 months and still have it running, then you don't have a business, you're self-employed. You're not an entrepreneur, right? And I said, you know what? From a logical perspective, that's really good. But in terms of me being able to push through that particular portion of it, I'm still going to tell myself I'm an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, but I really think that it depends because, for example, we dealt with a lot of cash, right? Uh-huh. And unfortunately, you can't trust people. So it's not that I couldn't leave my business for 3 months. It was that when I got back, I was going to have to chase somebody down because my money was not going to be adding up because we dealt with a lot of cash under the table, type of things. And you just can't, it would have been too easy for people to steal if I just be like, all right, I'm going on vacation, you got it. Because we dealt with money every day.
Yeah, but that's just that's like an integrity thing. But in just in terms of the functionality of the business, right? Other people were doing the work that brought in the revenue, which means in theory, you could hire someone to do what you were doing if they were trustworthy. If everyone was trustworthy, and you could leave for 3 months, and the business will still run.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what he was saying.
We had employees and we had, shifts and schedules and we had drivers, but the admin stuff was all on me and it was a lot. And in the same sense, like when you are trying to create a name for your business so the name carries itself, like you gotta really be everywhere. Like I was networking like a monster in different like events and rooms, and because it's important for the community to know this is the company that we can count on, because there were other companies that existed, but you wanted to be the one that everybody knew. Like everybody knew our number by heart.
The phone number.
And we even, people even tried to buy our phone number from us.
Really? Oh, so the other people would think they was calling y'all. Wow.
Yeah. And that took years to build. Like, imagine 911 and then 588-8988 by heart. Growing
588-9888?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good number. Did y'all choose that number or did they just give it to y'all?
We chose when we moved to Florida. We talked to it's still AT&T, I think, and it specifically purchased that number.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah,
that was really smart. Okay, so what are you manifesting now?
I am manifesting peace.
Peace. What does it look like?
Like for me.
Okay, I feel it. Yeah, me too. That's to me, peace and love is always at the top of my list, right? Because if you're at peace, then the external circumstances, they just don't matter as much.
Right.
Go
Because,
ahead.
you know, I used to like manifest like my home.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to be a homeowner. But now that I got here, like, damn, this shit is expensive.
Hey, real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind? Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions? If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
And if something breaks, I can't call nobody.
Yo, man, being a homeowner, it's got its perks, right? Like I was telling my wife, I'm like, yo, we have like value, right? Like we have money, but it's all imaginary. I mean, I have money, like I got money in the bank, like backup money and stuff like that. But like the money is like it's in this imaginary space of because I own this thing. And I guess what you're supposed to do is tap into it and invest, buy other properties or invest in
Right.
yourself and all of that good stuff. But sometimes like I be saying, sometimes I just want to cash out. Sometimes I just want to cash out both houses, go buy me like a homestead with some acres, nice little small house, and raise some chickens or something.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
ride up on the horse and talk like a cow. What y'all got? Have a little hay hanging out my lip. Hey, what y'all got going on over there? You know, and just be like, I'm just riding it out till the day I die. It's cool.
Yeah. But I think like, yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like I hear people talk about like manifestation, but I'm good. Like when I tell you this morning, I woke up and I just prayed and I thank God because outside of like the emotions and things like that, like if you look at my life, I'm good. Like healthy. I can get up and dance. I can walk 2 steps and work and get paid to sit here and talk to you. I'm getting paid to sit here on
We all
the
laugh. We laugh.
but literally, and my kids are healthy and I'm like, my parents are still healthy. I'm like, damn, I'm really, really good. So I feel like my focus is really manifesting peace, like
Peace of mind, peace of heart.
yeah, peace of mind. And like all the other stuff, like that's gonna come.
Yeah. Yeah. So the material, you say, sound like you're saying like the material part is actually kind of the easy part.
Because I was thinking about it too. Like, I'm gonna go see Beyonce.
Uh-huh.
And last month I was like, damn, I really want to go see Beyonce. How am I gonna go see that? And I'm just like, all right, well, what do you gotta do? You gotta do what you always got. Go get money. Go find it somewhere. You know? And now my daughter and I were gonna go in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, not everybody can just say that, you know, every day and just get up and complain, but figure out how to make it happen. And I think that right there is a blessing that I really have always had my entire life.
Now, my man, unless you're under some extreme circumstances, man, you can go get it. It's just gonna take some time. Like it takes a lot of effort. For a lot of people, it takes a lot of effort. You take a lot of what feels like losses along the way. Like the pivoting is just, I'm so tired of pivoting, right? It seems like every day, like you have to find the new pivot that needs to be done in order to keep going. Right. And it's really, to me, it's a test of endurance and faith, because it's times when in your mind, you can't calculate how this thing's going to play out. You like, I just don't see, like I have this goal and I can see the next step, but I just don't see how the other steps going to lead to where it is that I want to go. But you just got to just keep going and pushing and through the frustration. But it can be frustrating at times. So I understand why people quit, right? I understand why people quit on themselves, quit on their dreams. And I also understand why people just kind of throw in the towel and just say, I'm just going to go to work, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot easier and it's a lot more secure than it is just pursuing something.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, you can go to iamchellsx.com and you can register. Today is the last day to register for the Deep Connection bundle that's going on in September. It'll be back next month. The promo codes will still be there, so you can look at it that way. Promo code all the way up for the bundle. Promo code real quick for the individual classes. So, or you could book a one-on-one session, or I got a bunch of ors. You can join the Take Your Power Back community. You get your Take Your Power Back membership. You can do that on Patreon, but I'd rather you do it on my website because I just like the fact that I built my website. I manifested my website and I built it click by click,
right?
Step by step, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Remember when we were like talking about colors?
Yeah.
You were like the black background or the white background, and now the whole website is just functioning. And that's really like what I mean. Like we talk about the things that we complain about whatever is in existence right now, but depending on what type of person you are, like a couple steps and you're going to be complaining about something else because you already did what you were just complaining about.
So, you know, because I think most people complain a lot. Even if they don't say it verbally, they complain in their minds. Do you think complaining is legit? Do you think it's legit that we complain?
No. Mm-mm.
You don't think it's legit?
Mm-mm. Not like when you go visit some of these other countries, I'd be like, damn, we need to just shut up. Just don't talk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I know when we went to Cancun, and before you get to the I was about to call it the reservation, before you get to the, what is it called? The resort. Yeah. Before you get to the resort, you see the people. You're like, this shit don't look like paradise, right? Then you drive all the 2 miles back into these trees to the beach line. And you're like, well, damn. Like, we could just have like a food fight in here, right? And these people on the outside 2 miles back up the road, like they living in like shacks, you know. But also, that's something else that it makes me think about too, is how we can be numb to our own country suffering. Because, you know, you can go to any major city and pretty much see people living almost, you know, maybe worse than that, right?
Right.
And in a developed space. Yeah. Like they right outside the restaurant, just sleeping there in a tent. Like, it's crazy. But I complain a lot mentally. I try to get off of it. I'm trying my best to get off of it and develop more of a gratitude mindset. Because I've seen how well manifestation works. When you set an intention, you take the action, and then you don't worry too much about the outcome. That's kind of like the baseline. That's like kind of like the foundation of steps that lead you towards the outcome. But it's just so hard not to want to worry. It's so hard not to want to have your hands in everything.
Yeah. And I was thinking about that too. Like, I feel like at this point I would manifest like just what God wants me to do. Like, I don't know, like, okay, God, wherever you want me to go, just put me there and I'll do whatever I need to do, versus wanting to force myself into situations and scenarios because maybe I think I deserve it. Or like, I'm starting to realize that maybe I'm not ready for whatever I thought I was ready for, right? Maybe I need more growth, more understanding, more patience, more street smarts in order to really thrive in whatever space I'm supposed to be in. And I was someone who I'm knocking the door down. Like, you can't tell me no. I've always been that way. And now sometimes I feel like, well, maybe I'm supposed to hear no right now so I can like sit still, study, learn, grow. So that way I'm prepared for whatever. That's why I got 2 kids at the age of 19. Because I wasn't accepting no for an answer.
I'm going to do what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I had a daughter at 20. That was 20 years ago. So I guess when you're a go-getter, you just go get whatever it is and find out. Like, you know, a lot of it is you make a lot of mistakes because a lot of it's trial and error.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be all trial and error, because if you think back, most of the times people give you advice along the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even being a life coach, doing the lives every day, doing the one-on-one sessions, doing the classes. I know that there's people who are picking up stuff and it's not really gonna register with them until years later or months later. Or even myself, sometimes I'll go back like here recently. So if you bought the bundle and you go on IamCharlesX.com, I have the deeper listening class broken up into chapters. And I've been listening to them because I'm listening to myself to get better at presenting and articulating and all of those things. I'm like, I should probably use my own advice. right. Like I said, listening to me talk, like, this guy's pretty smart. Wait a minute, this is me. And maybe I should listen to myself a little more from time to time. So I think that it's always going to be trial and error, but it doesn't have to be as difficult as we make it if we would simply listen to the people who give us good sound advice. But we do what we want to do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And one of it's funny because like my 20-year-old is beginning to listen to the advice.
Mm-hmm.
But 18-year-old, she is me. She is.
Oh, that's why she scares you.
She is, and I just sit here like, damn. I see how I was when I was that age, and I'm like, I hope something happens to this girl that she'll start listening, because if not, it's gonna be a real tough road for the both of us. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like manifesting peace and like it just makes sense, right? Like my entire life has always been very fast and chaotic and full of obstacles. And now I feel like time and space is just moving really slowly. And I really like that.
I'm thinking, do I feel, I don't know, time is a weird thing, because in certain aspects of my life, I feel like it's going slow, like it's slowing down, or I'm getting better, right? I feel like I'm getting better, so I'm able to see what's coming. Mm-hmm. I think it's all moving at the same pace. I just think my ability to perceive it is quicker, right? Like the game is moving at the same speed. I can just see it and perceive what's going to happen better. But in other aspects of my life, I'm like, man, somebody got to slow this thing down. Like this thing going a little too fast. But I think that's just how it's supposed to be.
But you also have young kids too.
Right. Oh, J-Bone, I was going to get you up here, man. You ain't have to leave out. Are you still in here? J-Bone was asking to come up, but I didn't want to mess up the video record. Come back, J-Bone. Yeah, so, I don't know. So manifesting peace.
Yeah. And what were you going to say?
I was going to ask you a question, but go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, every day when I wake up, just try to really make an effort to be grateful and, like, watch what I say and what I am entertaining.
Right. I think gratitude is major. Is Mr. Rain in here? Mr. Rain not in here. I was going to tell Mr. Rain, because Mr. Rain has bought access to 2 of the classes. And I'm like, Mr. Rain, in my mind, I'm like, Mr. Rain, what are you doing? Like, if you're going to come to the 3rd one, you could have just bought the bundle. So, say again, Casey, you muted. I can't hear you.
No, I was saying she could have bought the bundle if she was going to.
Yeah, but next time I talk to her, I'm gonna tell her, because if Mr. Rain gonna end up buying all 3 classes, then I'll just create a coupon code for her for the class, so that it evens out to the price of the bundle. Because I rock with the people I rock with. If I didn't know Mr. Rain, I'd just be like, oh well. But I ain't gonna let Mr. Rain go out like that. She gonna pay almost $300 for something that she could have got for $200. I like Mr. Rain. So, Casey, you working today?
I am. I'm wrapping up some stuff, preparing to work on one of my other, businesses this evening. And I think we're closer to me getting my check.
Oh, we manifested our 45 racks that they took from us, so they never gave us. So that's what's up.
Yep. I got some favorable information. So.
Okay.
We'll see.
So, Casey, let me ask you this, Casey. Do you work outside of helping empower youth, or is that's what you do?
That's what I do. That's like my main gig, I guess.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. So you're a business owner. But technically you have a nonprofit, right? Is it a nonprofit?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a business. It's just
Okay.
a different business structure. But I founded it, and my name is on all the paperwork. So if something happened, they come in looking for me.
So that means we gotta take one of those classes. We're all three business owners here, right? So we all need to get together and take one of those classes that teaches us how to put business upon business upon business, and then throw in a couple trusts so that when it comes to us, we could be like, oh, I'm broke. Well, I don't own anything, right? I'm broke. A stimulus check, sign me up. Did you know that George Soros got a stimulus check?
No.
Yes, George Soros got a stimulus. It was some billionaires got stimulus checks because technically,
all their money is in
because they don't have any money. They're broke, right? They own, what is it? It's I think this is saying is like own nothing, but they control everything. So the boats, the yachts, the houses, the businesses, all that stuff. None of that stuff is in their name. So that's what we're gonna have to get to. We gotta get to the point where they come sue us because we said something they didn't like, and we be like, oh, that's fine. I don't have anything.
Hey, real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind. Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions. If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
Yeah.
As I leave the courthouse in my Lamborghini.
I mean, that makes perfect sense now. You know, I mean, because they really do move through life like they have no responsibility.
All of them do it. Like the whole Social Security number thing. And I'm not gonna go on a rant. I promise. I know I went on a rant yesterday. But the whole Social Security number thing is a bit of a trap. So one of my goals for my kids is for them to never actually have to use their Social Security number. I don't want them to put into it, right? And I don't want them to pull from it. I want my kids' Social Security number to basically be null and void, and they're completely operating off of an EIN that's not really even attached to them. I just gotta figure out how to do it. So, Casey, the question is, we know that you've manifested your company. What are you now manifesting? What are you in the process of manifesting or attracting?
Trying to figure out how to put it in a category so it's not like a lot of little things because they're really parts of a whole. My family, to include husband, and I would say financial freedom, meaning I have enough money to do everything I need to do without worry, without a second guess. If that means I want to jump on a plane the day of because I thought about my mama, then I will go and pay the ticket. If it's $800, $1,200, does not matter to me. I have the ability to do so. And to not have to be, because for me, and not to get deep, right? Because people are always like, oh, the love of money is the root of all evil. But the Bible also says money answereth all things. And so when I have money, that means my stress is down, my health is better, right? I have a better quality of life. I have more energy. And so the more money I make, the more at peace I'll be, because I don't have the everyday stresses of how I'm going to pay my rent. How am I going to take a vacation? How am I going to take care of an emergency? So my goal is financial freedom, financial security, that I have enough money. And I don't want to put a number on it because, I don't know, could be $1 trillion, could be $1 billion. I don't know, right? But I have enough money to do everything I need to do without any worry and any second thought about what has to happen.
Casey, I'm with you. You said the F word. I'm all about freedom, right? So that's me. Like I want to be able to live. I want to be able to do what I want to do, go where I want to go, not have to be like, oh, well, let me check the budget and all this and all that. I just want to be able to do what it is that I want to do. And the pathway to do that in the current structure that we live in is to have a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I really don't think that money is the root of evil or whatever it is that people say.
Man.
Because If
Well,
you
it's the love of it, meaning you're coveting the money and not what money can give you. So, for instance, you'd be willing to do anything for money versus understanding money as a tool. And it's semantics, but yeah, money is not evil in itself. It's what are you willing to do to get it?
but not just that, like once you have it, if you're not making smart choices, you're still going to be stressed.
Man, look,
Sure.
man, look, this is what I think. I think that some really, really smart rich guy convinced poor people that their desire for money was a bad thing because he had all the money. And he knew that if they came to the realization that he was free and they weren't, they were going to come take it from him and he wasn't going to be able to keep it. So some really, really smart people who had all the, whatever the wealth was at the time, because it didn't necessarily have to be money, right? Convinced everybody else, oh no, God wants you to be poor. Why? Right?
No, he doesn't want you
God
to be
doesn't
poor.
want me to be poor. Matter of fact, it's the stories in the Bible. God gives people things and he's like, all right, essentially he's like, these are the gifts I give you. And then he comes back later on like, well, what'd you do with your gifts?
Right.
And two guys did something with the gift. He gave one of them 1, one of them 2, one of them 5. The one with 5 came back with 10. The one with 2 came back with 4. And the one with 1 was like, oh, I buried it. And God was like, what the fuck do you mean you buried it? Why would you do that? You're supposed to bring me back too, dog. So you're not convincing me that money is evil. And because, you know, we exist in a time where we are now free, I'm like, no, I'm going to get all that I can get to make up for all my ancestors didn't get. And if I'm greedy for that, then I'll just hold that. But I feel like somebody owed me something. And if I got to work for it, I'm going to go get it.
For sure.
So that's what's up, Casey. Cindy want to come up.
Yeah.
But
I got to wrap up some stuff anyway. So,
right.
But I'm listening.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Take your power back. Peace out. Julie, man, you were saying you don't think the love of money is evil. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I just think that if you, like Casey was saying, you know, that would alleviate stress. But I have seen and experienced the more money you have, the more stress you can have if you're not making the smartest choices with, you know, money. And unfortunately, when you come from no money and all of a sudden you got all this money, if you don't have people that are smart around you to help guide you, you're going to be stressed regardless because you're not going to make the best choices with, you know, with your newfound wealth anyway.
I mean, I think like people, we have an innate fear of losing that which we already have. There are poor people who will hold on to $1 instead of playing the lottery. I'm like, well, I mean, look, bro, for that $1, right? You hold it like you hold it on tight to $1 for the chance to win 200 million. Man, if you don't take this $1, you can have $1 for a chance. Because what was I gonna do with the $1? But I think a lot of people are so worried about losing that which they have. Like they talk about, like if your hand is closed and you're holding, or like if I'm holding a knife right here, you can't give me anything else. I got to be willing to let it go, right? I got to be willing to let it go in order to receive something else. But me, I'm willing to invest in me and my family and the people that I believe in. Because in my mind, we can at bare minimum get back that which we put in. That's how I see it. But I'm manifesting, you know, like Casey said, 1 billion% more, 1 trillion% more. Anyway, Casey, what's happening? I mean, not Casey, Cindy. C's and K's. Hi, Cindy.
That's okay.
What's happening?
That's okay.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Yesterday was good. Went real well.
Oh, you did the motivational speaker class at the library?
Yep.
Oh, so you manifested that. See, that's pretty cool, huh?
Well, here's what happened. I started manifesting a life change. You know, can you hear that?
It's all good, yeah. I got airplanes.
Okay, hold on. It's almost... He's buzzing my house. That's a private plane. I live like right by a small little airport. So when they go out and do their little practice runs, they always got to come over my house and interrupt my bunny ear signal because I still have the bunny ears connected to the TV. So
they be on they talk to the control tower and they say, okay, we're flying over Cindy's house now.
Don't tell her.
We're flying over Cindy's house. She's going to be angry. She's all live when we're getting ready to land the plane.
Yeah, Roger that.
Roger that.
But no. So basically, I started manifesting. Okay, I'm going to use, I actually hired a manifesting coach, really, to get out of depression. So I manifested a positive, abundant life, peaceful life.
That's good.
So, and then as I was going, it was mental health, and then it was physical health, and then it was emotional health, spiritual health. And then I was like, okay, if somebody just wants to do another 75 for their benefit, so I'll just, whatever, wing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I figured, well, why not go a little bit more depth with religion? So every 75-day challenge that I did, it was something. But yeah, I guess you could say that I manifested to become a public speaker, although I'm not on the big stage making the big bucks. I'm one step closer. So
yeah, I mean, everybody starts on. Most people, damn near everybody starts on a little stage, right? It's all little stages at first. Talent shows,
well,
whatever.
basically, this one right now is just going to help me get the jitters out of my speaking, get comfortable with my tone, my pitch. They're actually going to watch me to make sure I don't say, well, this is what happened, and yeah, they're going to time me how many ums I do, or stutterings I do, or distractions I do. So it's basically going to hone in and help me increase those skills a little bit more for speaking.
That's good.
And the bonus is I do get to speak in front of them, but there's also opportunities for me to do others as well within that channel. So
that's good. I need to manifest this little piece right here to be more even, because it's like sticking out.
It's called go to a barber that knows how to clip.
I'm not going to no barber. Well, I'll go to Black Man
just train
Jesus.
it.
I'll go to Black Man Jesus, but I'm not going.
Well, all you got to do is train it with some oil and just keep smoothing. You got to retrain it.
I kind of like it.
That's what you got to do.
To be honest, I kind of like it kind of squirty. I just don't like when I'm sitting like this and it's like, I feel like I
that's why you're just gonna take a little snip, but train your thingy.
Yeah, but it's all
train your hair.
Sounds like I need to take that class to prepare for teaching in Libby's co-op in the spring. Yeah, so Libby is homeschooled, but she's joined, and she has like a tutor, and we teach her. But we've also enrolled her into once a week classes with one of her friends' schools. It's like a church for homeschool kids or whatever. And so I feel like they bamboozled my wife into teaching public speaking.
They probably did. No, they probably saw something in her that, you'll do this, you'll do. Religious people are great for that. But if she has the, I actually really didn't take a class for motivational speaking. I actually took a webinar that was only like $49, and they just gave us the basics. And that's basically how I learned that they're looking for there is no competition for female speakers, number one. Number two, so a lot of it's male right now, and of course you have to compete with the male. I don't know if that's true or not. But the webinar actually was what opened the door for me, and it was only $49. But then if I wanted to advance after the 5-day, that was like $2,500. And I was like, had I known this, I wouldn't have spent $15 on a nonprofit. They gave me the FU anyway. So. Oh yeah,
but that's how they get you anyway. That's how they get you. They reel you in with the low end offer.
So it basically how I got to this point was I just took webinars, free webinars. Took their advice, and I just applied it to make a speech. But basically, my life story experience that I want to share with somebody.
Yeah,
that's all I'm doing.
Well, I'm proud of you. So that's good. So what's the next step? You keep going with the same class, or is it like levels, or?
I don't know. All I know is there's a membership fee for 6 months, and then like you get to access to all this other things. That's that's just for members only. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens.
Okay. What up, Big C? I was just trying to get you in here. I saw you hopped in the room, so I figured I'd invite you in. Hi, darling.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Fin. How my Fin?
Say hi.
You can say hi.
Hi, Squirm.
Hi.
Hey, Real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind? Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions? If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
We're waiting for Libby's gymnastics class to start.
Oh,
but I
okay.
just wanted to give a shout out to my my workout buddies on the panel.
Come on, Julie Bean.
You too.
Oh, well, I thought you said buddy.
Oh, with the S. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll be doing my workout once I get out of gymnastics class. So.
Oh, both of y'all probably behind me today, huh?
Now I get up and I'm like, hold up, let me go get this done, because y'all are not gonna be sitting here talking about
Oh yeah.
boobs today.
Yeah, I'm ahead of y'all. I'm ahead of y'all. I'm at 209%, so y'all got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I'm not doing so well today because I went into the office, but I'll be there before the evening's over.
Okay, so since you're on the live, darling, what is something that you're proud that you have manifested into your life?
You.
I wanted to manifest a soulmate. How did you do it?
So when I was 12 years old.
Oh, well, there we go.
My best friend.
Put him on the spot. Quick,
Lisa.
put him on the spot.
She brought a picture of her brother, Cello, and was it Alfred?
Yeah, Alfred, yeah.
They went to the club, and she brought the picture to school. And so when I saw the picture, all I did was I looked at the picture and I pointed to Mattel and I said, "That's me right there." And here we are.
Oh my God.
So you have to, so the key to it is you have to, my boss was looking at me, see you all later. All right, Big T, tell your boss I said what up. Tell him I said take your power back. So you got to find a picture. This is important though. This is a vision board thing, right? You visualize, you see something that you like, you claim it as yours, even though you don't have it in the moment. And then you take whatever steps you need to take to move towards it. There you go. So that's good. So what are you now manifesting? Other than an RV. Please do not say an RV.
I don't know what I'm manifesting right now.
An RV.
I think my SUV. I'm gonna get it. I need to get me an SUV.
The SUV?
Mhm.
No. Which one?
So, I like the Toyota Sequoia.
Okay, let me
The
go
new
ahead.
one.
Let me go ahead and manifest my Lamborghini so that we can avoid the SUV thing.
You just said you don't want a van. You didn't say anything was wrong with an SUV.
But you're getting an SUV, not me.
It's ours. You know, you get to ride in it.
Riding it. Now, you know, good and well, Saturday, you're going to be like, oh, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Anyway. So other than me and the SUV, what's something else that you've manifested? Like, did you think about, when you knew you were going to college, did you think about studying abroad at all? Because remember you went to Australia.
No, that was just the opportunity that was presented to me just because of my academics. It wasn't, you know, I don't think that was something that I spoke or, you know, kind of like manifest or spoken to its existence. No.
Oh. Cindy, do you have a degree?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a degree?
No.
Okay, good. So me and Cindy are the no degree people over here, and then Julie Bain and Lil are the people with degrees.
Nope, I have no degree, just experience. Now, if you want to say that Hard Knock Life is a degree, then I got a master's in that.
But honestly, that's what really counts in the workforce is your experience. Like, I know, to me, from my experience, like, they say they want the degrees and all of that other stuff, but
you have to have, they look for experience too, in my opinion. Well, you know, especially maybe when you, if you want like a leadership position, degrees matter. But after that, you know, before that, you know.
I think that changed,
usually
though.
People don't look at degrees anymore. They look for your experience, your hours, and whatever. But if you have a piece of paper, that helps. But really, I don't think that plays much of a factor as we think it does.
Well, I think we're in a transitory state, though, because at one point the degree was everything, and then they started asking for the knowledge, skills, and abilities. So, Julie, you were telling me the story before where you were like, you went to college and the professor told you don't need to be here. You like, well, I need this sheet of paper.
Yeah, because I knew that there was.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Lil, can you mute?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I knew there was gonna come a time where I didn't want to keep running that business, and back then, you needed to have a degree. Like, I can't see myself doing an entry-level job after just running a business. So I needed to get the paperwork to show here's the experience, plus here's the certification that I actually, went to school, so that way I could advance. And that's exactly what happened. That professor was like, why are you here? And I was just like, this is what the U.S. requires. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so
the only place where I know they check for they confirm your degree is like in a hospital or working in government. But if you work for another company, especially like a really, really big one, they don't really check as much as they want you to think that they are checking.
Got you. So I'm about to pretend that I have a degree in psychology and get with some company and be like, I'm good. So, but before we do the round robin, because I got a question for y'all. IamChellsX.com. Today is the last day to register for September's version of the Deep Connection Bundle. So you can go to IamChellsX.com, register for the bundle. The promo code for the bundle is all the way up. You can register for the individual courses. The promo code for the individual courses is real quick. REALQUICK. There's that. And then if you want to holler at me in a one-on-one session, you can book a one-on-one session there too. If you got a little bit of money problems, shoot me a DM and maybe I'll hook you up with a coupon code or something like that. Make it a little bit easier on you. So I have a question for y'all. Let's assume that you could manifest the best possible lifestyle that you can imagine. We're going to start with Cindy. Actually, we'll start with Lil in case that way she needs to go. What does the best possible manifested lifestyle look like to you, darling? You got to unmute.
I don't like going first because I like to think of my answer.
Okay, so we'll go with Cindy first. You can mute though. You can mute because the noise from the kids is cutting everybody out. Cindy, you go first. What you got, Cindy?
Well, I was so I manifested the life I'm settling for right now. But if I did have to take it another notch, it would probably be with a little bit of financial freedom, maybe a little bit more trips, quality time, get the kids' needs out of the way before I actually go to the Bahamas or Turcos or
Turks and Caicos.
Caicos,
Turcos.
yeah. I'm thinking Turcos because of tacos, turkey tacos, Because my mom at Thanksgiving, we turned turkey into turkey tacos, so Turcos. So, anyways, before I start traveling the world or whatever, but that's just like, if I was to do any type of vacationing, it would be because it's a reward. It's not, I'm trying to escape the real world type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. And
when I do come into money, it's going to be like, okay, I'm going to get my impulsiveness spread done.
Get it out.
But then I'm also going to I know what it's like to be without. So I'm going to prepare in case that happens again. Because you never know.
Yeah, I feel you. Julie,
but if I do have to manifest it again, I would be out of my townhome in my own home, able to take trips and just do more quality time and have more financial freedom.
Yeah, freedom. The freedom is a bit. I think that's really I think that's what everyone's striving for, is freedom. So before Julie goes, I was thinking. I'm always thinking. I think a lot. I was thinking about like the hierarchy of like being a worker, right? Because I have a good job. I have a really good paying job. It's stressful, but it's good. I have a good paying job and I got good benefits, right? But and I was just thinking like, okay, I'm a worker. So what's below a worker? Something like an indentured servant, right? And then what's below the indentured servant? It's like the all-out slave. So there's slave, there's indentured servant, and then there's worker, and then there, I guess it's like the free man, the self-employed entrepreneur, the sole proprietorship. Then you start getting into like the actual like business owner, the owner of the business, and other people do the work. And then you have your investors and all of that. And as I thought about that, it made me realize that the worker is right above the indentured servant, and that doesn't feel so good to me. And I don't really like that. So no matter how much, and most of us trade time for money, and maybe that's okay, but we would want to trade less time for more money. So if you're going to be a worker, I guess the goal is to spend the least amount of time laboring and the most amount of time getting the money. So
actually, it's the opposite. You would spend more time laboring so you can get more money to save.
No, but what I'm saying is like, because like, let's say we just accept it, because most people are going to trade time for money. That's what most people are going to do. So if that's what the max what most of us can reach, then the goal at that point is to make the most amount of money for the minimal amount of labor. So as opposed to working for 8 hours and making $1,000, I want to work for 1 hour and make $1,000, because that's what leads me towards the freedom. Because now I have freed up 7 hours of my time to do whatever it is that I want to do. I don't think wealth is so much as about money. I think it's about time. He who has the most time to live the life he wants to live is the wealthiest guy. You could be making $50,000 a year if you only work an hour or two a week. You're doing pretty good.
All it would take for me, 1 hour on one stage for $50, and I'd be good for a month.
For 50,000? You say for $50?
No, 50,000. I can do a hotel convention for $50,000 for just 1 hour. When I get that far.
You can do it. So let's move on to Julie Bain. Julie Bain, if you're manifesting the best possible life for yourself, what does that look like?
I would buy another house so my mom can live in it. And keep doing what I'm doing.
Julie is at like 98. She's made it.
You guys have no idea. Like,
you could buy a bigger studio. You could do more classes.
No.
Oh, so it's keep it simple, live big.
Here's my thing, right? The more I try and do with whatever business, the more I got to deal with people.
Aha. So you get assistants.
No, that's not how it works.
Because then she has to deal with the assistants. Don't do it humans.
You gotta get somewhere.
Currently, I am doing a lot less work for more money than I have ever in my entire life.
Okay, well then that makes sense why you wouldn't want to adjust.
I'm good. Like, if I wanted to go on a trip, I budget, adjust how I'm spending, and I could go on said trip. Maybe I would do that. Manifest like being able to take my whole family with me on a trip and like see a different part of the country, or, visit another country with my whole family and not put any burden on anybody. Mm-hmm. But I'll go knock on wood with me. I am currently living my best life when it comes to like work. I'm still able to teach dance on my terms. I feel like the more I try to force something bigger, I won't have as much control as I currently have. I'm still able to connect with whoever I need to connect with instead of having to connect with everyone. There are some clients that you don't want them to be your clients. Like, not all money is not good money. Is that what people? Is that the thing? How you say it?
Money ain't good money. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm. And what one more thing I will manifest
Hey, real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind? Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions? If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
Is to meet the right people. Like for the rest of my life, I want to meet the people who are going to add value to me. Like, I don't want to meet people who are going to drain my time.
I feel
like, that's one thing that I would like to manifest is
I agree.
To meet the people that are going to uplift me and open whatever door, whatever that is.
I feel you.
I totally agree.
I feel you. Lil, it's your turn, and then I'm gonna bring Dr. Hawk up because Dr. Hawk asking to come in. So, darling, you've heard the answers. What you got for me?
So, I think I would.
Hold on one second. Lil, can you shift your camera like this towards you a little bit so that you're above the work? No, not to the side. Like a little bit more. Go up. It can't go up no more?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it. Because I want you to be above the words in the replay on IamShellsX.com members only section. But she good. She good on the screen. You good on the screen recording. That's good. That's good right there.
Okay.
Hi, Libby. Hi, Swerve.
Hi. Okay, so I think I would manifest my husband to have a less stressful job so that he's not working at night. I will want us to both have like remote work employment, so that we can drive our RV across the country, and we could like go to Colorado and see the mountains, go down to Florida, pick up Julie since she works from home. She can swing by and get Dr. Hawk, in the summer because she has the kids during the school year. But no, not just like outside of the obvious financial freedom, I would just want to manifest just pure like happiness and being able to explore the. Oh, I don't want to do that.
No, I'm talking to Cindy. Now listen, I'm deeper listening to you and talking to Cindy at the same time.
Oh. All right. I don't want to do that.
We could just do some edibles.
No. It's only on private property, I promise.
But no, just being able to come and go, as we please. So being able to experience maybe a warm Christmas, traveling. So yeah.
Okay. Good answers. I love it. So I'm gonna bring Dr. Hawk up. So who wants to calm down for me?
I'll calm down because Libby's is about to do gymnastics. So
okay. Let me
take her in.
All right, Libby. I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Where's my fin? Did she say bye, Cello?
Bye, Daddy. Yes, it's Daddy, not Cello.
Bye, my fin. Love.
Bye.
Bye, baby.
All right, so bye, everyone.
Hey, Libby.
Yeah.
You got to give me a take your power back, baby.
Take your power back, baby.
Peace.
It's so cute how she did that. Peace.
Yeah, she does. She like the deep voice. All right, darling. We'll holler. Peace out.
Right.
Take your power back. Peace out.
Peace out.
Dr. Hawk in the principal's office. Watch this. Oh, wait a minute. Is it here? Oh, what am I doing?
You didn't want to be on camera?
Dr. Hawk in the dark. Dr. Hawk. Oh, she in the car. Oh, it's 4:30.
Yeah. What y'all doing here? Because I had to come and get some food because I got a board meeting tonight, so I had to get some food for in between. But what y'all doing here so early?
So I was.
That's what I was gonna. I forgot to ask that question, but that one popped into my head too.
I'm about to tell you. So I was on my walk today, and I said, you know what, man, I'm about to start going live earlier in the day some days, because what happens is I'm trying to crunch the live, spending time with my kids, getting ready to go to work and go to work all within this from 6:30 to like 9:30, because I leave for work at like 9:30, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe I should go earlier in the day. That way I'm not as pressed for time. If it runs for 2 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes, it's okay. I still got my walk in. I could stop the live when I'm done. I could do the stuff that I need to do in my business, and then I have my evening. So like, let's say I'm done at 5. I could take a shower. I could lay down till 7. That's 2 hours, 7:30. And then I can still spend time with my kids and get ready for work without feeling super duper rushed. And some days I can go later. Some days I can go earlier. So Tuesday, I think too, and this is something else I was thinking about doing too, because it's easier when I don't have to come up with with as many topics. So I was thinking about making Monday Manifestation Mondays and Tuesday Take Your Power Back Tuesday. So on Monday we could talk about the things we're manifesting and what that process is looking like. And Tuesday we could talk about the things that are kind of hindering us and how we're going to navigate taking our power back. Wednesday we could do whatever it is that works with Voices from Venus, whether that's relationships or topics. Thursday is class day, and then Friday is Take It Back, Power Back Friday. And then we have a schedule, so it's kind of already known what it is we're covering. But I'm really taking my time back by shifting. That's the answer to the question.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
So Dr. Hope.
So look.
Go ahead.
What does my short say today?
I can't see it because I can't see it.
It says manifest great things.
Oh, really?
And look at that. I was like, look how the universe operating.
See, I'm gonna make me I'm gonna put a manifestation shirt on my website. I got to come up with something that's good. Mm-hmm. What's a good word?
Because my Tuesdays are positivity on Terrific Tuesdays. So I wear my positive message on my T-shirts on Tuesday. So
do y'all have and I ain't trying to get off the topic because I won't know what you're manifesting, but do y'all have a dress code? I mean, obviously y'all have a dress code. Like, you can't just be in this joint just wearing fishnets. But like, you wearing a T-shirt, can you wear a T-shirt every day?
I wear my blazer. Like, I could, but when I wear a T-shirt, I usually wear my blazer over top. Like, and I have a skirt on today, and so yeah. But on Tuesdays, like, I'll usually do like, you know, a nice sweater or a blazer over my T-shirt.
So can you wear, like, if I was a teacher, could I wear jeans?
Only on Fridays if I say it's okay. Because that's our spirit day. That's our school spirit day. But
so you set, as the principal, you set the dress code? Like, does the school board have a dress code? Like, if your teachers wanted to wear jeans, could you say, well, y'all can wear jeans if you want to, as long as they meet these requirements?
Yeah, so there is in their contract, there's a dress code. But like when there's jeans and things like that, that has to be approved by the principal or guided by the principal. So, like, you know, I'm okay with Fridays. You know, if you wear your school spirit gear, you can wear jeans. But I don't usually wear jeans.
I got you. Cool. So, what are you manifesting, Dr. Hope? What's something that you're manifesting now?
A great school year with continued growth.
Uh-oh, she's stuck because she's driving. We're going to give her a second to come back. She buffering.
Mm-hmm.
She's spinning. I don't want to take her out the live because I don't want to tie up the spot. But she was saying a great school year with continued growth. So let's drop her and hopefully she can come back. Let's see. Dr. Hawk, if you're still there, just send a request. I'll bring you back up. So let me see. I'll answer the question until Dr. Hawk gets back up here. So I got to get away from the qualifying words. There's a part of me that wants like a nice house somewhere quiet. I think after dealing directly with people at their lowest for so long, I have this desire to not deal with people on a day in, day out basis in that way.
Suburbs.
You know, I would like And I didn't have to be a big house, right? It just could be a little small, beautiful house, right? But I just want some land. Like I want my neighbor to be like, I want to be able to go in my backyard in the middle of the day and pee without my neighbor being like, what the hell? Why does Chills have? Why is he peeing outside, right? I just want to get some fresh air down there. And I want the things materialistically that I'm into. I like cars and I like watches, but I really, more than anything, I want freedom. I want to be able to do the things that I want to do when I want to do them, pick up and go, stay home, not have to ask somebody, can I take a day off? If I want to go, like Lil was saying, if I want to be like, oh, we got to go hang out with Julie Bean, I'll just go catch a flight and be like, all right, we'll be there in a couple hours and just hang out. And then be like, all right, Julie Bean, we out. See you next week sometime. And just keep it moving that way. I'm going to bring Dr. Hawk back up. And Julie Bean, you can go while I'm bringing Dr. Hawk. What you got, Julie Bean?
So remember, though, a while ago when we were talking, technically you could do that right now.
How?
You would have to move into a different role, right?
Go ahead, Dr. Hawk. What you got? Go ahead. You manifesting a better school year.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
I'm manifesting a positive school year, manifesting my kids, they're transitioning to true adulthood. I'm manifesting that positive transition for them. And I'm manifesting to my husband. He applied for another position in authority. So, him getting that position. So.
All right, Dr. Hawk. So we're gonna accept every answer you gave because we know how much you care about the people that you rock with, right? But my question is now, what are you manifesting for Asia?
For me,
because you told me about the students, you told me about your kids, and you told me about your husband. Great, beautiful. That's what a good principal and a good mother and a good wife does. What are you manifesting for yourself?
I guess I'm manifesting.
Julie Bean, mute.
I'm manifesting clarity and guidance, on like the decision making portion for me, and I've been praying for clarity and guidance because there's some opportunities that have arisen, but in those opportunities, there's going to come with some challenges, but I'm just praying on it and asking for guidance and clarity for that.
So let me ask you this then. When you pray for...
And real quick, and then my grandkids within the next 5 years.
Okay, beautiful. Got you. The clarity and the guidance thing, right? How will you know when you've been given that clarity and that guidance? Like, will you hear it? Or will some external circumstance occur and you like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for?
And for me, usually when I ask for that, there's an external circumstance that will occur. Or I'll say, God, if this is for me, let it be for me. If I'm not ready to move on, if I'm not in a position where I've accomplished what you wanted me to accomplish at this place, I just let your will be done. And then, it'll come through something happening, something being said. There's usually a sign that God shows me, like, no, sit here real quick.
I feel you. Yeah. So for me, I get like a surge of energy, right? Because like I even just think about like how long I've been doing this. Like to do this every day for a year. After a while, you just start to. Some days you just feel like you just out of gas. You're like, I ain't got it today, right? But then you just get like this surge of like energy, just for the 2-hour window. And it's like, okay, God must want me to do this because I just got this energy out of nowhere. So that means on the days when I just don't physically have it, it gives it to me. He or she or whatever label we want to put on it. It's like it gives it to me. And I'm like, okay, so I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for the time being. And I just keep pushing forward, even though I want to know how it all plays out. You try to have that faith or whatever. So yeah, I like that. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good job. Good job, everybody. Shout out to Jamaica Goddess who just joined the room. What you doing, Julie Bain?
I wanted to finish telling you what I was telling you.
Oh, I apologize. I apologize. I was wrong, but I wanted to get Dr. Hawk in because she's driving and I didn't want it to cut off on her. But go ahead, Julie Bain. I'm sorry.
So,
Hey, real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind? Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions? If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
if you want to,
Oh yeah, you saying I could do it. What how can I do it now?
you could still remain in your industry, but handle less responsibility, which would lead to less stress and probably make more money if you were some sort of contractor. And with your experience, I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, that you could find something that will allow you more flexibility and less risk. However, the F word, you got to get over that.
What you mean I got to get over? I thought we were going to talk about the R word. We talking about the freedom part?
Fear.
Oh, the fear. So, okay, so let's talk about that. I'm not gonna go as far as to say that there isn't fear, because there is some fear. I think that I have been conditioned around the word retirement. So right, so when I think retirement, I think exactly what we're all talking about. I think freedom, right? And so because I'm 9 years from that mark. Yeah. Take your power back network. That's me. This is my other phone. This is my other phone right here, Jesus Black Man. That be me talking to y'all from the other account. I think being less than a decade from that point where I can get that passive income is what keeps me going. And because I haven't manifested the amount that I need to walk away yet, it's easier to just stay where I am. So I think fear plays a role, but it's also like the logistics and the logic of it. Like, why would I leave to start over? I don't know. It's just one of those things.
That's what everybody in government says. That's what they all say. And you just said earlier that they may be missing out on an opportunity where they would do less work for more money because of that. Because they're so close to retirement and they're so close to this and they're so close to that. When really you are exchanging that being so close to X, Y, and Z for greater risk, more stress, less time spent with your family in the now.
You're absolutely right. So I received that. The only difference in me and the people that I was thinking of is that I'm making a conscious attempt to get out, right? But I receive what you're saying, because you're saying there's a way out now. There's a safer way out now that gives you more freedom. I could be doing what you're doing. I could be getting paid right now. Oh, look, there's an alarm. I could do what Julie was doing on the computer. Oh, there's an alarm. Let me send the units to handle that, right? So you're right. Maybe I have to start looking into that and figuring out what I can do. But I know that my hang-up, real quick, I know that my hang-up is some fear, but more than fear is the attachment to the idea that there's a pot of gold at the end of the 9-year rainbow. And if there's any fear, the fear isn't into walking into the unknown. The fear is in walking away from that pot of gold, because I know that pot of gold is there in theory. Right.
Yeah, I got you. And 9 years isn't a long time, right?
Right.
9 years isn't a long time. However, it's like 100 years because of the task that you take on every day. if you were behind the desk at the police station, I'd be like, man, shut up and finish your 9 years and call it. But you're not. You're literally in the front line every single day, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's why, to me, that now is so important. That's the only reason. If it was something else, like, for example, if you were even here, well, not here, if you were like in a small town, you know, where, I don't know, population is what, maybe 10,000, but you're like
belly of the beast,
nitty gritty of it all.
The belly of the beast, and you're right, because that's why I have, like, in order to survive that, right? Because I've been on every shift. I've worked the morning shift, I worked the evening shift, and I worked the night shift. And so the night shift is the least amount of calls, it's the least amount of work, but it's lonely. So like when you come across somebody who wants smoke with you, you gotta be real good at communicating, and you gotta be real good at ending it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And but that's why I have some of the views that I have and can go to the extremes mentally that I go to. And it's because of, in order to survive, you have to become that which it is, the environment in which you work, right? So it's like, I can't come out here and be like a little puppy dog. Like, no, you got to have some wolf in you, because there's wolves out here at 2 a.m.
Right.
And they're not all trying to eat you, but they're wolves. And they need to know that you got as much wolf in you as they have in them. And so, yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't have an argument. I don't have a retort to that. I just
know
say
you can't.
No, I don't. I'm just telling you, like I say, we all like to be understood. I think, like you said, that 9-year thing, and 9 years of policing is really like 15 or 20 in terms of what it does to you. Like it ages you, it stresses you, and all of that good stuff. Jesus Blackman said, it takes courage to step out on your own, bro. It's not for the weak. It's taking everything I have, literally. I believe you, man. I seen your haircuts too. Your haircuts are good. I looked you up. I was like, man, I hope you're in the DMV. I might actually do what Cindy said and go get him to fix this shit. But, oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Hope. You in your office. I apologize. Yeah, so there's that.
No kids here.
Oh, okay, good. You know,
and you know, so like we have these corporate meetings or whatever, and for whatever reason, my company likes for especially like the HR team to have insight on every aspect of the business.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we had a meeting with the head of security, and he's like a retired whatever, a CIA, you know, one of those people, where now he literally is, he just strategizes on the what ifs.
Mm-hmm.
He never leaves the office. You know, he directs the people with the cyber stuff and the this and the that. And I just sit here and I think like that could be an avenue that you could, you know, walk into simply because of all the experience and knowledge that you have, right? Mm-hmm. But again, you know, that's on you.
Yeah, like I said, I just think, like I said, it's just the idea. In my mind, 9 years isn't that long, but it's a painstaking 9 years. And also the schedule is daunting, right? That's why I'm on here live. I said I'm gonna start going live earlier in the day some days, and I know I feel better. I could tell you already, when I go to work tonight, I'm gonna feel better than I normally do, because I'm gonna have time with my family. I'm gonna have time to sleep. It's not gonna be a rush mode for like my kids see me for 5 minutes and then I'm off to work. So that's something that I'm hoping works out well. Type emotions in the comments to receive the link for this Thursday's class, Emotions Aloud. Registration for the September bundle ends today. I'm going to start running the ad for October. It's kind of fun to generate some revenue. I'm not in the profit yet. I'm still under. But it's okay. But it's cool to generate some revenue and be able to look at that revenue and say, okay, I'm going to reinvest this revenue and see if I can start getting into, is it the red? Is the red good? Or is it the black is good? Which one is the good one? The black is good. So I'm in the red, right? I'm in the red right now. But I'm not super duper in the red, but I am in the red. And I would love to end the year in the black. So you can help me get into the black by going to booking schedule thing. I like that because then I get the little email and it goes to my calendar and all of that good stuff.
Well, I like the promo codes better.
Oh, you like the promo codes? Yeah. So that's another thing too. For all of my clients, I sent out promo codes to them to help them save some money on their sessions too. So I try to take care of the people that take care of me. So there's that. It's 5:00. I think I did a good job today. I have another question for y'all, and then we're gonna get out of here. How do y'all feel? And you could, you know, for the people in the comments, you could answer this too. How do y'all feel about the? What time did I start? 3:30. How do y'all feel about the 3:30 live or the earlier in the day live? Does it need to be adjusted to 4:00 or? Julie, why are you making that face?
Don't ask me that. Go ahead. Everybody else.
Okay, Cindy, how do you feel about the earlier in the day live?
Well, I am an hour behind you.
Okay.
So right now it's 5:00 your time, 4:00 my time. So 3:00 my time would be 4:00 your time. Yeah, it could work, but I'm picking up my kid between 3:30 and 3:30. So after 3:30 would probably be beneficial to me. But like I said, I'm an hour behind you guys.
Okay.
I can't catch up. Father Time won't let me.
It's all good. That's a good thing. Stop living in the past. Dr. Hawk, what do you think about the earlier time frame?
On Thursdays around 4:00 would be great.
Thursdays at 4? So
Yeah,
Thursdays.
you know, my Thursday nights are taken up. So.
Well, Thursdays is class day. So what I'm going to do on Thursdays from now on, for the most part, is Thursdays I'm going to be a little bit earlier anyway because it gives me a chance to go live. And if any stragglers want to come into the class or we just want to chop it up, because we did it last Thursday. I think I started at about 5. And then we were actually in the classroom by 5:30, 6:00. So Tuesdays and Thursdays may be my early day. Maybe I can keep Wednesday the way it is. Friday is Freestyle Friday. I'm off on Fridays right now, so Fridays are cool. And then Monday, I have to figure out. Monday may stay the same. But for right now, I like the idea of going earlier in the day some days because I like being free in the evenings. So there's that. Julie, you rolled your eyes at me when I asked the question, so go on, say what you gotta say so we can go on about our business for the day.
You need to do what's best for you.
Somebody's calling. Hello? Who phone ringing? Cindy? You got the rotary phone? Cindy sound like she got a real rotary phone. My great grandma used to have that.
I actually have a landline, so that's my cordless phone, and then next you'll hear my machine pick up. So I am old fashioned.
Oh, hold on. Let's be quiet.
Hold on. There you go. Oh, they hung up. It's just a whole bunch of like those telemarketer spam caller thingies.
You have an answering machine?
I do.
Wow. Why?
Sorry, I can't.
So you got
phone ring. I am.
You got the old school one that you can press rewind and pour it on the tape.
I do. You want to see it? You really want to see it? All right.
I thought I was.
It's the highlight of your day. Okay, it's a highlight of your day.
It's a highlight of AOL account. So.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That. Jesus Christ, Cindy.
Tuesday, 12 p.m. 6 5 1 3 0 6 7 0 1 0.
That is funny.
This message is from the Inver Grove High School. This message will be in English, followed by Spanish.
Okay, that's just to let me know that my daughter was gone.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's. So what do y'all think about? What do y'all think about a show on what we're manifesting every week, or do y'all think that may be a once a month type thing, or what y'all think about that? Was it too similar to Take Your Power Back Monday? What y'all think?
I think it's too similar to Take Your Power Back Monday. I'm gonna say this because you have the classes on Thursdays now.
Uh-huh.
Freestyle Friday on
Friday.
Take Your Power Back Monday. Then that would only leave one night to have like a topic, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe we can merge Manifestation Mondays and Take Your Power Back Monday together. And I can say, what are you taking your power back from? What are you manifesting? We could merge it together. So then Tuesday and Wednesday, we can have a topic. Thursday is kind of just like a relaxed day. Like, yo, what y'all got going on? See what's happening, all that good stuff. And then we go into class. But we'll work it out. Try and make it a little bit easier on everybody. And myself too, Julie. So Julie doesn't turn into a pit bull on me. So there's that.
Hey, real quick, do you want to improve your relationship with your husband or your wife? Enhance your ability to communicate with your kids? Or maybe you just want to stop the incessant thinking that occurs in your mind? Or maybe you want to learn how to master your emotions? If so, sign up for my Deepest Peace courses today. Click the link down below and ignite your limitless potential and attain your deepest peace. And through doing so, that'll help you take your power back, baby. Peace.
Gracie, holler at me tomorrow, Gracie. I'm getting ready to get out of here. And we can play our game and we can figure out something that we don't know about Gracie tomorrow. So that's good. Y'all got anything in close before we get out of here for the day?
Well, when it comes to manifesting, if your energy is aligned with the type of, I want to say idea that you're trying to manifest or whatever, make sure everything's in alignment and you have peace and serenity around you so it amplifies it.
Beautiful. Dr. Hawk, Principal Dr. Hawkins, what you got for the close for the day?
I would say if it's something that you want, you have to manifest it by blocking the other things that are not in alignment with the things you want. We often, and you call it the reptilian brain, right, Joe?
I call it the reptilian brain, yeah.
Yeah, we often think about the negatives or the what ifs or I can't instead of saying that or thinking about those things. Say, I will speak in the affirmative when you're manifesting or the current I am.
See, that's my thing. I love the I am. So I looked up reptilian brain. The reptilian brain is the oldest and most primitive part of our brain responsible for basic survival functions. And that's the fear part that y'all talk about, right? The fear, because you're worried about death. You're worried. Really, that's what that part of the brain is worried about. It's worried about death. Julie Bean.
Yes.
What you got in close for the manifestation topic of the day?
I think if we're going to manifest, we have to also create discipline. And that's probably hard for all of us, is to be disciplined enough to be uncomfortable for a while to then get into the alignment. Because you can manifest all day, but if you are not living in that way, I don't think that's how manifesting works.
So I think I gotta stop saying I think. We're always manifesting, right? Your current circumstances are basically your manifestation. So if you don't like your current circumstances, you need to begin manifesting in a different way. I saw this reel that hit me pretty hard. It was this guy, he was talking about how he was just on the street one day. He had $30 in his pocket. He saw this homeless guy that he knew. He gave the homeless guy the $30. So he asked the homeless guy, he's like, yo, how'd you end up like this? And homeless guy's like, you know how things go. And he says, no, like really, like, I'm genuinely asking. I want to know how you ended up in this situation. And the homeless guy I don't remember exactly how he told the story, but the homeless guy basically said, you know, I was hanging out with this crowd. I started using drugs. I fell into these traps and now I'm here. And what he said was he came to the realization that that homeless guy accidentally became a failure. Right. And the point of it was that if you're not intentional about what you're manifesting, you can accidentally become a failure. So the manifestation part of it, the intentionality part of it is so imperative because that's our nature. It's our nature to manifest. So the universal laws are applicable, whether you, me, Dr. Hawk, or whoever thinks that they're positive or negative. The universal laws work. So if you manifest drugs that are going to harm you, then you're gonna get those things, right? Everyone is successful. It's just a matter of what are they intentionally pursuing. So you have to intentionally pursue that which it is that you truly and utterly desire. And if you don't know what it is you desire, right, then look at some other people who live the lifestyle you want, or help people in the way you would like to help people that you think is cool, and go that way. Because at bare minimum, that path will lead you to the path that you're supposed to be on. But if you're just kind of ho-hum out here in the world, you're going to end up with a ho-hum manifestation. And for the most part, you can pretty much blame yourself for that. So
exactly,
that's how I see it. So it's been good today. I feel good because Dr. Hulk, I'm 3 hours ahead of the time that I'm really supposed to be getting off. So I'm going to make sure I get me 2 hours of sleep before work and 2 hours with my babies. And there's that. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Voices from Venus. So I can go at the regular time tomorrow. That way we can go back to back if need be. So y'all doing Voices from Venus tomorrow? Both of y'all? Oh, look, Dr. Hulk got the finger. Oh, no. You good? Julie, man, you good for tomorrow? No salsa?
Not tomorrow.
Okay. When your next virtual class, Julie? I'm going to sign up for a virtual class.
Virtual classes are based on when people sign up. So you sign up and you get your class.
All right. So I'm going to go to dancewithjulie.net and sign up. So there's that. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. IamChillsX.com. Today is the last day to register for the September courses. Starting tomorrow, the October courses will be up. They're the same as September, but it's going to be I'm running ads to the general public. So there's that. I appreciate y'all. In the meantime, in between time, take your power back, baby. Peace.